So today I'm going to show you how to use Loop. Many people are looking for student feedback. They want to make sure their students are in their Google Meets. And one way to do that is to ask questions. This is a wonderful and free program that will allow you to add the questions into your Google Classroom. This is very important though. You need to make sure that you are creating your classes before December. They are going to a pro version. They are grandfathering students. So I would do this as soon as you possibly can if you would like to be using this program. So the first step you need to do is sign up. I've already done this. When you do this, it will log into your Google information. I'm going to click login, and as you see, you can sign in with Google. Mine is already created. So you can see on the bottom it says create a group, invite your students, ask a question, gather responses, and then that's what you need to do. Now, this is important. You're going to be posting a code within your member group, whether you want to send an email, remind to your students, or you want to post it in Classroom. So if you want them to join, they will need to use a code. You can invite your students, but it might just be easier to do it this way. When you click on your members, it tells you who's there and also who is accepting your invitation. Once the students come in, you can then create a question. So I'm going to create one. So this is ask a question. These are the different options that you have. You can do exit tickets. And as you can see, it says, how well did you understand today's lesson? What is one thing you'd like me to explain more clearly? What was one of the most important things you learned? As you go through each one, and there's a lot of different choices, you can decide which ones will help you, okay? You can also enter a question. When you're done, you click on next. So I'm going to do this one. Now, I have a choice that you could actually do it as a text or share to Google Classroom. And this is allowing anonymous responses. If you want to know the answer, you would uncheck this and click on Ask Now. It does take a few moments, and the question's been created. I'm going to do one more because I also want to show you that you can schedule your question. So if I do this remote learning, it also allows me to schedule it. So I can literally say that I want it to be on a certain date, but I also want it to be showing up at a certain time. So I'm going to set mine to 11 o'clock. Okay, now that one will not appear until that time. So if you would like to make sure that you're doing something at the beginning and something at the end, then you would want to schedule it. So now you're saying, where does it go? What happens here? So we're going to actually go into our Google Classroom for the student. Here's the Loop. You have a new question on Loop. I click on it. This is my only person right now. Where do you need the most support right now? I can answer it and hit the submit the responses. As a teacher, I would then be able to go in and see the responses of my students and who answered and who did not. So again, if you are going to do this, I would set everything up soon. Hopefully